Fear is a natural human emotion designed to protect us from danger. But in modern life, it often appears even when there is no real threat. To overcome fear, the first step is understanding where it comes from. Many fears are learned through past experiences, failures, or even what others have told us. Sometimes, fear grows from uncertainty or lack of control over a situation. Instead of avoiding it, try to observe your fear closely. Ask yourself, what exactly am I afraid of? What is the worst that could happen? When you break fear down into smaller, clearer thoughts, it loses its power. Awareness helps you separate real danger from imagined outcomes. You begin to see that most fears are exaggerated by your mind. By identifying triggers and patterns, you gain control over your emotional response. This self-awareness builds confidence and reduces anxiety over time. Fear thrives in confusion, but clarity weakens it. The more you understand your fear, the less control it has over your actions and decisions. One of the most effective ways to overcome fear is through action. Fear grows when you avoid things, but it shrinks when you face them, even in small steps. You don't need to make a huge leap. Instead, start with something manageable. For example, if you fear public speaking, begin by speaking in front of a mirror, then with a friend, and gradually increase your audience. Each small success sends a signal to your brain that you are capable. This builds momentum and confidence over time. Consistency is more important than intensity. Even a small step taken daily is more powerful than a big step taken once. Action interrupts the cycle of overthinking and doubt. When you act, you shift your focus from fear to progress. You also gather real experiences that challenge your negative assumptions. Over time, what once felt terrifying starts to feel normal. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite it. And every small action you take strengthens that courage. Your thoughts play a major role in shaping your fears. Often, fear is amplified by negative self-talk, like, I can't do this, or I will fail. To overcome fear, you must consciously change this inner dialogue. Start by replacing negative thoughts with realistic and supportive ones, such as, I can try, or even if I fail, I will learn. This doesn't mean ignoring reality, but rather choosing a more empowering perspective. Your brain believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you constantly feed it fear, it will respond with anxiety. But if you feed it confidence, it will begin to support you. Practice visualizing success instead of failure. Imagine yourself handling the situation calmly and successfully. This prepares your mind for positive outcomes. Over time, this shift in mindset rewires your thinking patterns. You begin to approach challenges with curiosity instead of fear. Remember, your mind can either be your biggest enemy or your strongest ally. It depends on how you train it. A major reason people experience fear is the fear of failure or judgment. However, failure is not the opposite of success. It is a part of it. Every successful person has failed multiple times before achieving their goals. When you change your perspective on failure, fear loses much of its intensity. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, view it as a learning opportunity. Each mistake teaches you something valuable and brings you one step closer to improvement. Fear often comes from wanting everything to be perfect, but perfection is unrealistic. Growth happens through trial and error. When you accept that failure is normal, you become more willing to take risks and try new things. This reduces the pressure you put on yourself and makes challenges feel less intimidating. Over time, you build resilience, the ability to bounce back stronger after setbacks. Fear fades when you realize that even if things don't go as planned, you will still be okay.